Final and immediate call, race 6, Open Superstock, PSR 750 Superbike, Motoyard.com Track Days, Novice Open Superbike, and Novice 750 Superbike. Final call, race 6. All right, here is the field rundown for Open Superstock. Sweet. All right, at the back of the field, out of Corona, number 312 is Aaron Asher. Next to him, out of Panorama City, number 169, Jake Dolan. Sixth on the grid at Chino Hills, sponsored by Mototechnica, number 84, scheduled to be Phil Davidson, but I see him packing up his stuff. It looks like he's going to take his win from earlier today and head on home. Fifth on the grid at Bakersfield, riding a Kawasaki ZX-10, a brand new 2011 model, number 5, Scott Artillery. To the inside of row 1, out of Canyon Country, number 63 is Jamie Mantell. Next to him, out of Lakeview Terrace, number 65, Paul Raphael. The second on the grid at Simi Valley, number 880, Robert Matola. And on the pole, number 61, Jay Sizzle Gibbs. Moving now to 750 Superbike. At the back of the grid at Bakersfield, number 174, Bryce Prince. Next to him, out of Encinitas, number 21, Travis Westermeyer. To the inside of row number 1 out of Westlake Village, number 180, Derek Eshelman. Third on the grid out of San Diego, number 19 is Andrew Kenneflick. Second on the grid out of Los Angeles, number 921, Steve Redenbaugh. And on the pole out of Northridge, number 2, Chris Hungry Like the Wolf, Duran Duran. Now to Novice Open Superstock. Novice Open Superstock at the back of the grid out of Summerlin. Number 805 is Jeff Gilbert. Next to him out of Van Nuys, number 928, Ken Hattlestead. To the inside of row 1 in that class out of North Hollywood, number 721, Robert Danielian. Third on the grid out of Lytle Creek, sponsored by Hot Bodies Racing and EBC Brakes, number 518, Nico Valentino Santucci. Second on the grid out of San Diego, sponsored by ASV Inventions, Sunstar, Southwest, Sportbikes.net, and the Nacho Secret Sloth Crew. Number 699, Brendan Big Dog Lugo. On the pole, out of Placentia, sponsored by Cycle Mall, Track Experience in Bridgestone. Number 633 is Ken Feister. Check that, Ken Feaster. Novice 750 Superbike, one competitor out of Studio City, sponsored by Cycle Tune. Number 667 is Matt Greenstone. Nice. Well, there you have it. Our field is away on their warm-up lap. They better hurry. We are away. It's going to be interesting coming into this round. Who's going to end up where? Let's talk a minute about Novice Open Superbike. Mentioned a moment ago, a couple of riders in particular. On the pole in this one, number 633, Ken Feister, with the lead in, or I should say on the pole. Number 699, Brendan Lugo, coming off of knee surgery just about a month ago, has kept him out of the streets round. Now getting back on a bike, just going to go ahead and throw a leg over and see how things go. Lugo, a relative newcomer to road racing, went through New Racer School, I believe November of last year, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere there close, and has been winning just about everything since he's been entered in, with a couple of seconds here and there. We'll look for him to do quite well. All right, looks like the field is getting gridded up here, and we're about ready to get ourselves started. Looks like just about everybody. I believe this will be a two-wave start, so I expect to see our Open Superstock and PSR 750 Superbike classes take off in front. Just behind will be the novice classes of the Motoyard Track Day, Motoyard.com Track Days Novice Open Superstock and Novice 750 Superbike will start just behind. Having said all that, stand by for racing. And away go our experts. Another good start by J.C. Gibbs, in hot pursuit of him, of course, Robert Matola, but if I'm not mistaken, was that Scott Tillery with a great start up into second position? I believe it was. Here come our novices. All right, so I believe it's our novice. Check that. Not our novices. Those are our sets, our 750 expert class, PSR 750 Superbike. Now our novices will be our third wave, so that's how we're doing it. And away goes that field. Couple of big wheelies a little bit further back in the pack. Brendan Lugo, who was gridded on the front row, is relegated all the way back now to about fourth position as he had a bit of a wheelie he had to tame there. Everyone through turn one cleanly, however. Our leaders, however, in open super stock, head down the hill through turn 5 for the first time. Looks like J.C. Gibbs out front. I want to say that's Jake Dolan in second position on bike 169. Little position swapping going on a little further back in the pack. Our leaders come out of turn 9 for the first time, and it is, check that, it's Gibbs, followed by bike number 372. That belongs, 312, Aaron Asher. Jake Dolan in third position. So my mistake there. Gibbs, bike 61 in first. Asher, bike 312 in second. Dolan, bike 169 in third position, followed by Matola. And I do believe, Matola rounds out your top 4. Running out right now in 70 Superbike, it is Chris Duran, followed by Travis Westermeyer and Steve Radenbaugh in that order. Looking back to our novices, which should be coming out of turn 9 right now, and there they are. Little slice and dice happening up front right now. It looks like Ken Hattlestead, bike number 928, currently with the lead in Open Novice Superstock, followed by Brendan Big Dog Luco and Ken Feaster on bike 633. Oh, we have a crash on the top of the hill coming out of turn number 4. A bike down, and the bike is on track. The red flag is out. Red flag is out. Not able to see the number on that machine. And once again, the leathers look familiar, but I'm going to be quiet until I can confirm. Oh, Robert Matola, bike 880 down in turn 4. Tough break for Robert. Bummer, dude. He appears to be up and walking around, so that's good news. But that's a tough place to fall coming out of that corner. So it appears that Robert Matola's day is done, at least as far as this race is concerned. We had only completed 1 lap, so my guess is this obviously will be restarted, and I would imagine it'll be a 6-lap restart. However, we will work. What's that? Okay, indeed it is. Official word says it will be a 6-lap restart. Again, with the bike being in the middle of the track like that, the red flag is an automatic. So we will wait to get that cleaned up and then go back to action here shortly. It will be a 6-lap restart. Looks like we've got a little bit of cleanup to do up on the hill there, so we're going to send the bikes back behind the wall, and we'll recall them as soon as we're cleaned up in turn 4. This happens from time to time. Well, good news, Robert Matola's up and okay. Tough break all the same, however. Again, this will be a 6-lap restart. They'll grid back up at start-finish in their original starting positions, and we'll go from there. And for you racers that are taking part in this one, want to make you aware, we will have a standing yellow flag and the exit of turn 4 there for the warm-up lap, indicating that there is some grease sweep down on the corner. Our crash truck personnel indicated that it's in a bit of a bad spot because that's right where you're starting to drift to the rider's left-hand side of the track. So for those of you in this one, be mindful on the exit of turn 4. We will have a standing yellow flag during the warm-up lap. Again, immediate recall to pre-grid race 6, or immediate recall to pre-grid race number 6. Had a moment to talk a little bit during our last race. Bike number 169, Jake Dolan. And for those of you that were thinking, that name doesn't sound like the most familiar thing in the world, well, that's a good reason why. He's from Australia, and this is his first race in the States. It's the first time he's been on a 1,000cc machine. He's a former 600 Superstock champ down in Australia, and he's been off a bike since April. So there are a lot of firsts this week for Jake Dolan on bike number 169, riding a GSXR 1000, and seems to be taking to this track quite well, as he was up into, I believe, second or third position there before the red flag came out. So we'll see how he fares in this one. And again, it'll be a 6-lap sprint race. So be looking for that black machine, and the rider wearing white leathers with a flat black helmet, if you will. Red boots. That's number 169, Jake Dolan out of Australia. First time on a 1,000cc bike and first race here in the States for him. Nice. All right, folks, here we go. Stand by for racing. And away goes our open class, open super stock. Next, we expect to see PSR 750 Superbike. Couple of 750s, couple of 600s in this one. Actually, I believe they're all 750s with the exception of Chris Duran, Bike 2, who's on an R6 Yamaha. As he and Travis Westermeyer drag race into turn 1, Westermeyer gets the whole shot. Now for our novices in MotorYard.com Track Days Novice Open Superstock. Away goes the field. Much better start by all competitors this time. And the field into turn 1 cleanly. Oh, Brendan Big Dog Lugo, Bike 699, got pushed to the outside just for a moment, but he likes it out there. I believe he got out of turn 1 in third position. In the meantime, our leaders in open Superstock come down the hill into turn 5 for the first time. I believe I see the all-white machine of number 61, J.C. Gibbs, with the early lead. And I believe Bike 312, Aaron Asher, he's in hot pursuit just behind. And it is with Jake Dolan, the Aussie that we talked about a little earlier, bike number 169, currently in third. You know, I'm looking at bike 312 of Aaron Asher, and I'm not recognizing what that is because it's been repainted, so the factory paint, I can't tell. Whatever it is, it's a bullet. Man, look at Asher go. Holy crap. Just as I was talking about him, he gets out of the draft and hits the nitrous button, if it had one, and launches by J.C. Gibbs down the front straightaway. Man, bike 312 has some ponies underneath that gas tank. As I say that, our novices come out of turn number 9 right now. It looks like Ken Haddlestead with the lead in front of Brendan Big Dog Lugo and Ken Feaster in that order down the front straightaway. Man, I cannot talk enough about Aaron Asher and the missile that he's currently riding. Out of turn 4 come our leaders in open Superstock. And that had the kind of power that we've seen out of the new BMW S1000RR, I might add. Well, I'll find out sooner or later. It's just not listed on his sheet here what he's riding, but all black number 312. Man, that thing is a ballistic missile. A little further back in 750 class, Chris Duran on the 600 has the lead over Steve Radenbaugh and Travis Westermeyer. That's 2 leading 21 and 921. Here comes the open Superstock class one more time. Our novices in the open class make their way through turn 8 and 9 now. It is still Ken Haddlestead with the lead in front of Brendan Lugo, followed by Ken Feaster. Haddlestead, bike number 928. Bike number 928, Haddlestead in front of 699, and bike number 633, our novices. Best lap of the race in the novice class goes to Haddlestead at a 128.118, followed closely behind by Lugo at a 128.821. Man, that may be Lugo's best lap ever right there. 28s ain't too shabby. If I'm not mistaken, that's pretty darn close to qualifying them for a pro license within about a second or so. In the meantime, the field continues to stretch out just a bit. Right now, up in the open class, it's Asher on bike 312, Jake Dolan up in the second on bike 169, followed by J.C. Gibbs on bike 61. And Asher just cruising. A 126.922 for Asher, his best lap. Dolan's best lap was his last time by, a 127.405. Not too shabby for the first time having ever been here, and for the first time having ever read a 1,000. Hey, 3 down, 3 to go in this one. Let's make a first call for race 7. First call, race 7. First call to pre-grid, race number 7. First call. Ken Haddlestead continues to turn up the heat. A 127.410. 127.410 for Haddlestead. Last time by. That's leading Open Novice Superstock, followed by Lugo and Feaster. 4 down, 2 to go for Aaron Asher in the Open Superstock class aboard bike number 312. Followed by 169 Dolan and 61 Gibbs. In the 750 Superbike class, it is still all number 2, Chris Duran, followed by number 21 Westermeyer and number 921 Radenbaugh. And then in the Novice Open Superstock class, it is still Haddlestead, followed by Lugo and Feaster. White flag is out for Aaron Asher. We now make a second call to pre-grid race 7. Second call to pre-grid race 7, Motoyard.com 600 modified production, Motoyard.com track days novice 600 modified production. Second call race 7. Man, Ken Hattlestead, bike 928 in open novice superstock, just continues to get faster lap after lap. His best lap of the race was the one last time by at a 1:27.222. 1:27.222, a 10-second lead over second position Brendan Lugo on bike 699. Again, Lugo coming off some knee surgery about a month ago that kept him out of 1 month of competition. However, I do believe Lugo set his best lap of his career out here during this race. So apparently the knees not bother him that much at a 1:28.821, followed by Feaster at a 1:32.022 pace. As I say all that, we look to turn 9. I think we're going to be seeing Asher come down the front stretch here in just a moment on bike 312. And it is. He'll take the checkered flag in a big way. I still need to find out what he's riding. That's a very interesting question. Second position goes to our new visitor, number 169, Jake Dolan. Third to J.C. Gibbs on bike number 61. The win goes to Chris Duran in 750 Superbike, followed by, I believe, Travis Westermeyer. Is that him? I believe it is on bike 21. And then Steve Radenbaugh on bike 921, finishing in third. Ken Hattlestead will win in dominating fashion on bike 928 in open novice superstock, followed by number 699, Brendan Lugo, and then Ken Feaster rounds out the field for third. All right, let's make a final intermediate call to pre-grid race 6.